1, 2, 3. Hello everyone, so today we are going to be removing these plants from these pots and we are going to be planting some bulbs. I have this basket right here with me and it is filled with bulbs and I'm super excited to get these planted and hoping that these will make a beautiful display in the spring. In these pots I had some Supertunia Vista Snow White and Superbena Midnight, I think, Vine, and I also in the middle had some geraniums which I am overwintering bare roots, and I have a video on that and I'll be linking that for you guys in the description box below. And we had several nights of frost already and we had hard frost, and look at these plants. Part of me just wants to keep them to see if they will actually survive our zone or not, but I doubt it, and this looks like a hot mess. So we're gonna take them out and we're going to be filling these pots with the bulbs that I got. Now, a lot of these bulbs are not going to be blooming at the same time. So I am going to try to plant them in a way that even though they won't bloom at the same time, that they will look beautiful still. And these are the alliums that I have. These are gorgeous. I will share the names of these with you, but I wasn't able to find the same variety of the tulips, which is the main thing that I wanted for these pots. I originally wanted to plant the pots in the front of the house and in the back, on the back deck, with these bulbs, but I don't think I have enough because these are some big pots. So I have irrigation in here. I'm just going to take it out. I also got my hori knife because I'm suspecting there's going to be a lot of roots in there. So we're going to see how much soil we are left with. I have some extra soil that we can use to fill these pots back, and then we're going to line the bulbs up, and we're also going to be putting some fertilizer in there because the bulbs are going to require some fertilizer because they are in a pot, and I always fertilize my bulbs whenever I plant them, whether in the ground or in pots, but especially because they are going to be in pots, they are going to need the fertilizer. Also, these bulbs are perennial bulbs and they are super hardy. We live in zone 5B, so after these bulbs are done blooming, I can take them and plant them wherever I want them to be. And that's one advantage of planting perennials in your pots, is that you can just dig them up whenever you are done with them in the pots, or whenever they are done blooming, and plant them wherever you want in your landscape. And I think I'm going to try to do that a lot more often. At least, if not all the plants are going to be perennials, but at least one of them might be, or two. This way I can take advantage of these pots and use them for just displaying some beautiful plants in here, and then once I'm done with them, take them and plant them in the landscape. First thing I'm going to do is take my drip tube out of here. I have these pots on irrigation, which makes it super easy for the summer. During the summer these pots looked amazing, but I kind of slacked on fertilizing them, and I cut them back severely, and I didn't fertilize them as well as I should have, so they had a hard time coming back. I think next time I'm going to try to plant something that requires less fertilizing. I did like this a lot. This actually looked like it can take less fertilizing than the Supertunia Vistas over here. These required tons of fertilizing. I mean, they looked okay. They weren't like super full and the way how you'd want them to be. So next season what I'm going to do is I'm going to repeat this one right here, and I'm going to plant a perennial Gara in the center for the centerpiece because I think these would look very beautiful together. And also I could take the Gara and replant it in the garden. Did I take all the staples out? I think so. Are these seeds? I found some seeds in here, and I think these are Superbena seeds. We're gonna try to plant these next season and see what we get This is super exciting. I think I dropped some of them though in the pot, so let's pick them out I'm gonna put them in a bag and label them. This is super exciting. I did not expect that because this is a proven winner variety, and I thought these for sure are gonna be sterile because you don't have to deadhead them. But I see some seeds in here. So exciting. So let's get them. Can you guys see the seeds? Look at this. This is a Superbena seed. I've never seen one before because I've never tried growing them from seed, but we're going to gather these seeds and we're going to put them in these paper envelopes. I got these last year and I love them because they're not gigantic and I can easily store them. I can write the name over here. They don't have any special decorations on them. And there's nothing taking space basically. You could also glue them right here if you put some water on it. It glues, but I don't use the glue. I just close it regularly. You could use washi tape if you want to keep reusing the envelope so that the envelope does not tear. So we're gonna take these seeds from here and get them into this envelope. I don't think I was ever that excited about seeds, but this time I am. I want to make sure to not pick any dirt with them. I'm blowing gently on them to remove the dirt, as the seeds are a little heavier than the soil that's in here. Also, this soil has some moisture. We just received rain this morning, and I think last night too. So I don't want any of that moisture with the seeds. And the nice thing about these paper bags is that they allow airflow. This makes me think about the song, Count Your Blessings, name them one by one. Count your blessings, see what the Lord has done. I got a whole lot of soil in my hand and the seeds. Because I don't want to make this video about the seeds, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put all these in the bag over here, and when I go inside, that's when I'm going to clean them. And I think they should be okay for now, being with all this debris and everything, because they were in this debris on the soil anyways in the cool environment. Whoops, I might have dropped a seed. It's alright. And I am super excited to see what kind of Superbena is going to give us, and if it's going to be as vigorous as this Superbena over here, because this is a proven winners variety, and I don't know if I can compete with that from growing them from seeds. But I'm going to try and see. So what I'm going to do next season is I'm going to get a couple Superbenas that are a proven winners variety, and I'm also going to plant these from seed, and hopefully we can also plant them in the landscape and have a mass of them, because that would look very beautiful. Then when I do that, I'm going to compare the growth on the Superbenas and see which ones do better. Also, I don't know if the color is going to be the same, because maybe from these seeds we will get a different color, because the parent could be two different colors that are bred to get together to give us this beautiful color over here. So we might get pink, we might get something that's striped, or maybe some whites, I don't know. But it would be really fun to try and see what we would get from these seeds over here. So I'm super excited. Hopefully I can find some more as I'm cleaning this, so I'm going to try to be very careful as I clean it so that I don't wreck any seeds that are there, and I can put them in here, and then later on today I can go ahead and clean the seeds inside so that I don't waste any time right now. I think that's a lot of roots. That is crazy. I thought for sure we're going to have some soil left in there, but man, these things are so vigorous. My goodness. Well, I'm going to be taking these to the compost pile now. So this is about 4 to 6 inches deep, and I think that should be enough to where I can lay out all the bulbs in here and then cover them with some more soil. I'm hoping this is going to be enough soil to keep the bulbs from not freezing, because I am a little bit worried about burying them a little bit deeper than this, because they are in a pot and the water situation is going to be different than if they were in the soil. If they were in the soil, then drainage won't be as big of a deal because it would be a lot easier to drain all the excess water than it would be in a pot. So now let me show you all the bulbs that I have and see how we are going to split them between these two pots. These are all the bulbs that I have. We'll start with this side over here. These are the purple flag tulip, and these bloom mid-spring. And I got 3 of these bags, and I'm hoping to be able to divide them between the 2 pots, and that they would provide a good show of blooms, because I only have 3 of these bags, and I don't think that 3 of these bags is enough for these 2 containers over here, because as you can see, this is a wide container. And other than that, I also have these daffodils, and these are the paper white daffodil, and I just love these so much. And I love how they have multiple blooms on each stem. I think this is so gorgeous and just so super cute, and I don't know what other words to describe it with. And these bloom mid to late spring. I don't know if I said these bloom early spring, these bloom mid-spring, and these bloom mid to late spring. So we might still have some daffodils that are blooming at the same time the tulips are. Maybe these are fading away and these are blooming. And this the purple sensation allium over here blooms late spring. So unfortunately, these don't bloom all at the same time, and I wish they did, because this would be just a gorgeous show. But my thought was, you know what, I wanted to actually do these 2 over here in the pots that I have on the back deck, but I thought, because these tulips are not enough to fill these pots, let's just try and see what these will do together. And also, my thought is, maybe these 2 might be blooming at the same time. While these are still sort of in bloom, these will be blooming, and even though these will be alone, there's still going to be some foliage around them. So I'm hoping that this will still look nice. We're gonna see together how this is going to turn out. If this is going to be a flop, then we won't be doing it again. But if this is going to work out, then I may repeat it another time. These bulbs are not that big. So I just take them and I put this pointy side up, and I see flower farmers that just take them and dump them. They don't really care which way they are facing, and I don't know if that's good or bad, but I like to have them all positioned upright this way. And you also want to check as you are planting if any of them are rotted, or they have mold on them, or if they're soft. Those you don't want to plant. But it looks like they're all good. And these were on sale. I got them from Home Depot. And I'm super happy that they had this sale, because I wasn't planning on buying any tulips. So we got 12 in here. So 10 on the outer rim. I think I could push these a little bit out this way, and 2 on the inner rim. I'm going to take this one and I'm going to divide it in half, so I'm going to add 6 more in here of this. And the idea is to have this pot looks full at all times, from mid-spring all the way to late spring. 1, 2, 3, maybe I can even push them closer together. 4, oh, this one does not look good. 5. Well, I'm still going to put it in the center and see. Well, I don't want it exactly in the center, because I want the allium to be in the center. It might grow, it might not. It doesn't look like it's going to grow. This one looks pretty dried out. But there's no harm in putting it in here. I'm going to see what's going to happen. Now I'm going to take these paper whites. There are only 7 of these only, so I'm going to try kind of have them scattered between these. So 1, 2, 3, we'll do 1, 2, 3, 4. Put 1 bag in each container. maybe I'll do that. So now we are on the allium, and I have 12 of these, and I'm going to divide them between both. It looks as if these purple flag tulips are the kind that multiply, so that would be really cool if they actually do. So I'm going to put 6 in each because I want it to be. So you can see these are a little bit different. They don't have this pointy top, and they do have some roots at the bottom. So you just put the roots down, and I kind of want it to be in the center. And I'm going to scatter these out a little bit so that we can have a good show. So I got 3 in here. Again, the idea is to try to have it look full throughout all the blooming seasons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And I don't know if I'll be successful at that, but I'm trying. That's all I can say. I think this should be fair enough. So now we're going to do the same thing in the other container. These pots are all planted. All that's left to do is to just give them a little bit of water just so that the soil settles in a little bit. So I was working on another project, and I had to come back over here to tell you this, that I totally forgot to add in fertilizer to these pots. So I'm going to add in some fertilizer right now and water them in, but I just wanted to let you know this because I didn't include it in the video. Hey guys, so it's several days later, and I'm here next to the bulbs, the bulb containers again, and because I totally forgot to let you know that if you live in a wet environment, which we do, you have to cover your bulbs, and you also have to take your pots, not your bulbs, your pots, like put a piece of wood on them or something like that. And once the temperatures start to dip really low or a lot below freezing, like maybe I would say 25 and below, I would take those pots and put them in an unheated garage or something like that. And I'm going to put my pots next to the wall that's touching the house, and that is going to keep the pots from freezing and the bulbs from freezing and from rotting, because you don't want all that rain to be pouring down on them. So we did get a lot of rain. I am a little bit worried about them, and I didn't have anything to cover them with, so I need to find something to cover them with. And then I'm going to be taking them again in the garage once the temperatures start to dip down really low, and I'm going to be keeping them covered in the garage. You want to check out on them a little bit, and during the winter, make sure they're not super dry. If they are a little bit dry, if they are super dry, make sure to give them a little bit of water, not too much. You don't want them to rot. So I just wanted to say that because I totally forgot to talk about that when I was filming this video, and just make sure to do that. And if you live in a warm environment, you want to chill your bulbs before you plant them. So you might want to chill them throughout the winter in your fridge, and or designate a specific fridge for them if you have 2 fridges, and then take them and plant them in the super early spring before the temperatures start to warm up, and then they will be ready to start putting on some growth and bloom for you. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you like this video and if you are new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button to receive notifications whenever I upload new videos. And if you like this video, go ahead and give it a like so that more people can see it on YouTube. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for liking and subscribing. It means a lot to me. And I'll be leaving a video for you right here to watch, and I'll see you again in the next video. Bye!